Joe Biden has a history of saying very interesting things about black folk, others as well, but in this context, black folk. Now, the thing that's interesting about Joe Biden, and not him himself, is more of the phenomena surrounding it. And because he's so lousy and old, I guess he'll say things that obviously a lot of these people are thinking, and he'll say it out loud, and it comes across as bad as what it actually is, right? So let's listen to what Joe Biden had to say about black folks. Yeah, let's just listen, and then we'll get into it. Let's listen to what old Joe had to say.
The data shows young black entrepreneurs are just as capable of succeeding given the chance as white entrepreneurs are. But they don't have lawyers, they don't have accountants, but they have great ideas. Does anyone doubt this whole nation would be better off from the investments those people make? And I promise you, that's why I set up.
Wait, first of all, I don't know what he just said. Let me rewind it. What?
And I promise you, that's why this whole nation would be better off from the investments those people make. And I promise you, that's why.
What the fuck did he just say? Well, like, no, all right. Yes, we're going to focus on the beginning part of what he said, because I do take issue. What did he just say just then, though?
This whole nation would be better off from the investments those people make. And I promise you, that's
what the fuck he just, what? Like, what? Like, what? Those are not words, man. Those were not words. All right, just for the sake of this clip, let's finish it out real quick.
Why I set up this National Small Business Administration that's much broader.
This guy's deteriorating before our eyes. Well, what they're doing is elder abuse. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know what that guy just said there. But no, what he's doing is sort of amplifying this idea that a lot of people have about black folks. And that is that we can't do. And that's what they operate from in terms of, okay, you have, I don't know, white folks, Asian folks, and all these other people who get out there and accomplish things. But there's always a barrier with black folks, and as far as why we can't do something. And it's always associated with like the race itself. So you would think that the core issue here would be, which of course he's not even addressing by any means, is that there are people that have ideas that those will never manifest because there are barriers that are in the way. Now, I'd agree with removing of those barriers. Now, it's not like he's talking about business licensing and abolishing those things as well, but he's tying those specifically to race. Now, I'm not oblivious to that. Maybe in some capacity what it is, because he says all the data show, he doesn't really point to any data, and to be fair, it's a speech. But he says the data shows something about they have the ideas, but we don't have fucking accountants. Definitely in today's day and age, accountants and whatever else that he lawyers and accountants, because that reasons like that's what's holding us back, is the fact that we don't have lawyers and accountants and all white people. You see, I don't know if you guys knew, but when you're born white, you have like an assigned lawyer and accountant. Like it comes with you. Like it's like you get assigned one, so you inherit like a accountant and lawyer when you're born white. That's how it works. I don't know if y'all knew that. You just come with an accountant and lawyer. That's how it works. See, even if we concede it for the sake of conversation, that was what it was. Well, that problem is a problem, no matter what the race is, obviously. But that's how they present, and this is one of my biggest gripes with leftists, especially the authoritarian left, is that they act as if just so obviously something that you can't control. And more specifically, black. It's usually black people. It's not Asians. They usually are dismissed from this idea, but it's usually black people. And it's that you are inherently not capable of accomplishing something. Definitely in comparison to white people. And it's because of your race. It's tied to your race. And unfortunately, a lot of definitely black activists eat this stuff up. It's an insult as far as I'm concerned, but they eat it up. Joe Biden, man, though, it's not like he hasn't said this before or said things like this. They think that you are an inferior being. And it's funny because these are the quacks who act like white supremacy is the biggest issue in this country. White supremacists, right? They're the biggest threat. Meanwhile, they actually get away constantly telling you that you are an inferior being just because you were born a certain way. This is why they're pieces of shit. But again, it goes both ways. You have the white authoritarian leftists who dangles that. And obviously you're going to support them because of it. And then you got the other folks who like, yeah, right. We are done without because we don't have lawyers and accountants and we can't do it. Help us, Mr. Government. I want to listen to that one more time before. I really want to try to make out what this man said.
He is. Does anyone doubt this whole nation would be better off from the investments those people make? And I promise you that.
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what that man just said, but he said something, and I'm sure there's some words there. It might not be English. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.